You think you're packed right, until security pulls you aside. In 2025, airlines have banned more everyday items than ever before. No warning, no logic, no second chances. From chargers to chewing gum, what's safe at home could get confiscated at the gate. Today, I'll show you 20 things banned on flights this year, including one you probably packed this morning. Number 20. Bluetooth tracking devices in checked bags. Everyone's using AirTags, Tiles, and smart luggage trackers. They're a travel essential, right? Well, not anymore. In 2025, multiple international airports and some US carriers now ban active Bluetooth trackers inside checked luggage. Why? Because they emit constant signals, and certain countries now treat them as unauthorized surveillance tech. TSA might let them slide, but foreign airport security? Not so friendly. Travelers are getting stopped, their bags held or delayed, and some trackers even confiscated. Most people don't even realize what triggered the issue until it's too late. So what do? If you need to track your bag, disable the Bluetooth before check-in and re-enable it after landing. Or better yet, use an airline-approved passive tracker. Some brands are adapting already. 19. Fresh fruit on international flights. You grabbed a banana or an apple, smart, healthy, easy. But in 2025, fresh fruit is now banned from entering or exiting most countries. Even if it's half-eaten, even if it's wrapped. Why? Agricultural safety. One piece of fruit can carry pests or diseases that threaten local crops, and international customs are cracking down harder than ever. Travelers who forgot that apple in their backpack are getting fined, in some countries up to $500 on the spot. You may not even be warned. If you want fruit, eat it before boarding or buy it airside at the terminal, not from home. That healthy habit isn't worth the headache. Get your bag searched before you even check it in. T or RFID blocking jacket is smart travel wear. TSA disagrees. In 2025, clothing with embedded metal threads, hidden pockets, or tech panels is being flagged more than ever. Why? Because advanced scanners can't distinguish between fashion and function. Those metallic fibers interfere with security screening. And anything that blocks radio signals? Big red flag. Some jackets even get treated like potential shielding for smuggling. If you're wearing it, expect a pat-down. If it's in your bag, your luggage might get searched. Most of these items aren't illegal, but they are problematic. And security isn't here to analyze your outfit. Best play? Leave anything with metal threading or integrated tech at home. You're dressing for security delay, not convenience. Number 17. Toy guns and realistic toy weapons. You packed a toy blaster for your kid. It's plastic. It's small. What's the issue? In 2025, realistic-looking toy weapons, even neon-colored ones, are banned from flights altogether, not just carry-on. In some cases, checked too. Why? Because 3D printed toys and replica weapons are now harder to distinguish from real threats in scanners. One traveler packed a prop for cosplay, got pulled, searched, delayed 45 minutes. TSA and airport police don't want to guess. If it looks even vaguely weapon-like, it's getting flagged. And the airlines? They won't reimburse you when it gets tossed. So don't take the risk. Leave it behind or ship it separately. If it's a toy, make sure it's obviously harmless. And still, don't expect leniency. That family vacation could start with a full inspection. Coming up, the piece of camping gear that's now being pulled from luggage across US airports. Number 16. Tent poles and stakes in checked bags. You packed your camping gear. Tent, sleeping bag, poles, stakes, the works. But in 2025, airlines and TSA have reclassified tent poles and stakes as potential weapons. Sharp ends, solid metal, and awkward shapes make them a serious snag in modern scanners. Some are now being pulled even from checked baggage. If you don't declare them, they might be removed without notice, and you won't know until you're unpacking at the campsite. Security isn't concerned about your weekend getaway. They're looking at risk factors, and a bag full of metal rods fits the bill. So what's the move? Declare them at check-in. Better yet, ship them ahead or rent gear at your destination. It's not ideal, but it beats losing half your tent to a silent baggage confiscation. Number 15. Aerosol deodorant in checked luggage. Deodorant seems harmless, especially the spray kind. But in 2025, aerosol cans over a certain volume are quietly making the banned list for checked baggage. TSA's always had rules, but enforcement is now tighter. and the threshold lower. Anything above 500 ml is flagged, and if it's unlabeled or slightly dented, it might get removed without warning. These cans are considered pressure hazards, especially in unpressurized cargo. The problem is, most people don't realize they've packed one until they get a note in their bag saying it was confiscated. Or worse, they arrive and it's exploded inside their suitcase. Solution? Stick to solid or roll-on deodorants when checking bags. If you need aerosol, keep it small, properly labeled, and pack it in your carry-on, where it can be manually inspected. One careless packing choice and suddenly your suitcase smells like a high school locker room, or arrives lighter than you packed it. Number 14. Homemade food in aluminum foil. You packed a homemade sandwich or wrap in foil for the flight. Classic move. But in 2025, aluminum-wrapped food is getting flagged a lot. Why? TSA scanners can't clearly see through dense foil, and that's a problem in a world full of AI-powered baggage checks. Foil blocks visibility, confuses shapes, and raises suspicion. Now, TSA may unwrap it, inspect it, or toss it all together. And if you pack several wrapped items, even more red flags. Some travelers have had entire lunch kits thrown away, all because they used foil instead of clear wrap or containers. It's not the food that's banned, it's the way you wrapped it. Fix? Use transparent containers or food-safe plastic wrap. You'll breeze through without issues, and your food won't look like it's hiding something. Don't turn your snack into a screening problem. 13. Sewing kits and craft scissors. You bring a tiny sewing kit for emergencies. Thread, needle, maybe some small scissors. Seems harmless, right? Not anymore. In 2025, mini scissors with pointed tips are being confiscated more often, even if they meet the size guidelines. Why? New AI scanners can't always distinguish short blades from longer ones, especially if packed near electronics or dense items. If your scissors or craft tools are flagged, your bag gets pulled. And if you're not there to explain it, like in checked baggage, they might just remove them. Embroidery scissors, wire cutters, even small pliers, all at risk. Solution? Leave sharp items at home or pack them in checked bags only if they're under the airline's tool length limit and stored separately. Better yet, buy a travel-specific sewing kit that's TSA approved. Otherwise, that little hobby pouch could cost you time or your tools. Number 12. Over-the-counter meds in unlabeled containers. It's just Tylenol or melatonin or maybe vitamins. So you toss a few into a travel pill case and go. But in 2025, unlabeled over-the-counter meds are being pulled more frequently, especially if they're loose, mixed, or packed next to supplements. TSA agents aren't pharmacists. If they can't identify it and it's not in original packaging, it's suspicious. You might be asked to explain it, wait while they verify it, or, in some cases, lose it. The risk gets higher when flying internationally, where certain common U.S. medications are banned or restricted. Fix? Travel with at least one labeled package or blister pack per medication. Even better, bring a printed medication list if you're carrying several. You don't want to be that person trying to explain what an unlabeled white pill is at 6 a.m. in a customs office. Number 11. Vapes and e-cig devices in checked bags. You don't plan to use it, you just packed it. But in 2025, vapes and e-cigarette devices are completely banned from checked baggage. Not limited, banned. Why? Lithium-ion batteries. These devices are fire hazards, and once they're packed into the cargo hold, there's no safe way to manage overheating or battery failure. The problem is, travelers still toss them in checked bags without thinking, and when scanners flag them, your bag gets pulled, delayed, or denied. And in some cases, the airline might remove the item without notifying you. Even if you haven't vaped in months, if there's one buried in a backpack you haven't emptied in a while, it can still cause a problem. The solution is simple. Carry it on or leave it home. If you must travel with it, remove the battery, store it in a separate battery case, and notify the agent if asked. 10. High-end perfume over 100 ml. You toss your favorite luxury perfume into your carry-on. Maybe it's 150 ml, maybe 200 ml. Expensive, sleek bottle, but in 2025, it's not going anywhere. TSA is still enforcing the 100 ml liquid rule, and now they're cracking down harder on high-end perfumes. Why? Because too many travelers argue it's sealed, it's designer, or I've flown with it before. Doesn't matter. If it's over 100 ml, it's banned from your carry-on. And these days, agents are less flexible. They're tired of the same arguments, and perfumes, thanks to alcohol content and glass weight, get treated even more strictly. If it's expensive, it's a bigger loss. You either toss it or miss your flight. Want to bring fragrance? Use travel-size sprays under 100 ml, or buy airside after security. Don't test the rule. You'll lose every time. Number 9. Meat or dairy souvenirs from abroad. You picked up some cheese in France, a smoked sausage in Spain, a few local delicacies to gift or enjoy at home. Totally normal. Except in 2025, it's a guaranteed customs violation. Most countries, including the US, now enforce stricter bans on meat, dairy, and animal-based products, even if they're vacuum-sealed, labeled, or duty-free. Why? Disease risk. Authorities aren't worried about your lunch. They're worried about livestock and agriculture contamination. And while it used to be a gray area, it's now a hard rule. The rule's simple. If it needed refrigeration at any point, don't fly with it. Number 8. Smart water bottles with embedded batteries. Reusable bottles are great for travel, but in 2025, one specific kind is getting banned. Smart bottles that include embedded temperature displays, UV sterilizers, or auto-cleaning features. Why? Batteries. Most of these bottles use tiny lithium-ion cells, and if they can't be removed, TSA doesn't allow them in checked luggage, and some even get flagged in carry-ons. It's not about hydration, it's about fire risk. And here's the trap. Travelers often forget these bottles are smart. They just see a water bottle and toss it into their bag. But security sees wiring, battery signatures, and unfamiliar tech. Want to avoid the holdup? Use a standard stainless steel or BPA-free bottle. If you do bring a smart bottle, make sure the battery is removable, or be prepared to explain exactly how it works. That sleek tech bottle might be great for hiking, but in security lines it looks like a problem. Number 7. Large nail polish remover bottles. Packing your own acetone or nail polish remover used to be a non-issue, especially in checked bags. But in 2025, that's changed. TSA and several major airlines now treat large bottles of acetone-based products as hazardous materials. Why? Because acetone is flammable and classified as a volatile solvent. Scanners are now trained to flag these containers, especially if they're unlabeled, repackaged, or stored near heat-sensitive items. What's the cutoff? Anything over 100 ml in your carry-on is a no. But even in checked bags, some airlines are restricting containers above 200 ml. The worst part? You won't always be notified. It'll just be removed. If you really need it, bring a small travel-size version in your liquids bag. Or better yet, buy it at your destination. That $10 bottle isn't worth a full security stop. Number 6. Metal nail files. You've packed your clippers, toothbrush, tweezers, and your metal nail file. Sounds basic. But in 2025, that file might be staying behind. TSA is now flagging pointed metal grooming tools more aggressively, especially if they're longer than 6 cm or stored loose. Why? Blunt force and stabbing potential. With newer AI-based screening systems, anything shaped like a spike or blade, even if cosmetic, gets flagged for hand inspection. Travelers often lose their files without even realizing it. If you're lucky, the agent will let you go with a warning. If not, they'll confiscate it on the spot. Want to avoid it? Use glass nail files or rounded emery boards, which are much less likely to be seen as threats, and never pack pointed tools loose. Keep them in a clear case with labels, especially if you're bringing a full grooming kit. Number 5. Drones. Even in checked bags. You packed your drone for vacation. Maybe you plan to film some beach shots or mountain trails. But in 2025, carrying drones, even packed, has gotten riskier. TSA and international security are tightening rules, especially around lithium batteries and built-in cameras. Some airports now require advanced declaration, and certain countries ban drones altogether without permits. If your drone is discovered without documentation, it can be confiscated at customs, or your bag pulled during screening. Number 4. Large volume dry shampoo sprays. Dry shampoo is a traveler's best friend, but in 2025, large aerosol sprays are getting snatched up, especially if they're above 100 ml or stored in pressurized canisters. Why? TSA rules for aerosols haven't changed, but airport enforcement has. Agents now use smart scanners that detect can pressure, density, and flammability, even through your DOPP kit. If your dry shampoo is above the liquid limit or packed loosely in a cluttered bag, it could trigger a manual inspection. Some travelers report their entire toiletry kit being dumped just for one oversized spray. Number 3. Peanut butter and similar spreads. It's not a liquid, it's not a solid, but it is banned if it's over 100 milliliters. In 2025, TSA officially classified peanut butter, almond butter, and similar spreads as gels, which means they fall under the 311 liquids rule. And yes, even if it's a sealed container or labeled as food, it can still be taken away. Travelers are getting caught off guard with snack packs, full jars, and travel tubs being tossed into the trash. Number 2. Hairstyling tools with non-removable gas canisters. You invested in a cordless curling iron, maybe one with a butane gas cartridge. Seems perfect for travel, right? Not in 2025. Any styling tool that contains a non-removable gas canister is now banned on many airlines, even in checked bags. Why? Butane and other flammable fuels pose a fire risk. TSA now treats them like hazardous materials, especially when they can't be detached. Some airlines allow them in carry-ons if they meet safety specs and are capped, but others ban them outright. 1. External power banks, over 160 watt. Power banks are essential. Phones, tablets, earbuds, everything runs on battery. But in 2025, they've become the #1 item getting flagged and confiscated. Many travelers now carry high-capacity batteries for work or gaming setups, but anything over 160 watt-hours (WH) is banned from both checked and carry-on baggage. The problem is, most people don't know how to read battery specs, and TSA won't stop to educate you. They'll just pull it. So what's behind all these new bans? In 2025, the answer's simple: automation plus global standardization. Airport security isn't just human anymore. It's algorithmic. AI now flags items based on material density, shape, flammability, and electronic signals, not just what they look like. And many scanners are being upgraded to detect future threats, not just current ones. These changes aren't random. They're an attempt to reduce delays, threats, and exceptions. But the cost? Less predictability, fewer warnings, and more travelers surprised at the checkpoint. So which of these bans caught you off guard? Drop the one that shocked you most in the comments. I read all of them, and if you want a printable 2025 banned item checklist, no stress, no surprises. Hit like to let me know. Don't forget to subscribe for more flight updates. Safe packing and safe travels.